an industry where I was quite actively involved until 11 years ago in one way or the other. But what I have learned over the years, the experience gained over the last 10 or 11 years in government, and my own belief in collective investment initiatives like the mutual fund industry, give me the confidence to say that what each one of you as custodians of people's wealth are doing is not just managing their money, but it's actually in some sense also a great national service. What you are doing is not only encouraging greater financial literacy, taking newer ideas, innovative ideas in the world of finance, both to industry and to the investor, but working as a bridge between the two, without which India's growth story would be pretty much incomplete. And therefore, I'd like to compliment all of you, particularly the AMFI, for its wonderful work. It's great to see that the solidarity of the industry. It's great to experience the positivity that you have demonstrated over the last few years and the confidence in the India growth story. Markets may have its own dynamics, international situation, global turbulence, policies, various factors will come and go. But the fact that the mutual fund industry in India, and I believe it's one of the largest mutual fund industry as a percentage of a nation's GDP that we have anywhere in the world. A very large amount of influence on the GDP. Almost 80, you have what, 70 lakh crores or so? So it's almost 20% of our GDP today. And I think it's a great testimony to the good work that all of you are doing and the way you are accelerating market intervention or AMFI, accelerating market and financial innovation, inclusion, is truly the need of the hour. I mean, can you imagine what the India markets and through that what the India growth story would have looked like, particularly post-COVID, but for the fact that the Indian investors came out in large numbers with large value to replace the influence of the foreign institutional investors. What you guys have, all of you have done in the last 4 years is truly phenomenal. I still remember, and some of the older people in the room may remember Mr. Madan Gopal Damani, the president of Mumbai BSC Brokers Union, correct? Brokers Forum, BSC Brokers Forum. And one of the persons I always looked up to for his vision, his foresight, and for the fact that he gave the word Dalal respect. He created a respectful story and changed the concept of Dalal Street or the way we were looking up to market players as only intermediaries in the stock market. He brought respect to the stock market. He brought respect to all the stakeholders in the stock market. And I still remember that was around the time, just a few years before he passed away at a very young age. He had been talking to my father and to me and warning us of the perils of large-scale influence of the foreign institutional investors in the Indian stock market. Of course, our Indian market was small at that time, both in value, in the depth of its penetration, the number of stakeholders. It had gone through a series of scandals, unfortunately. And at that point of time, when the foreign institutional investors had a pretty deep inroad into the market, Mr. Damani would always warn that a day will come when even when they move out $100 or $200 million from the market will tremble. The foundation of the market will shake. And we saw that. We saw that happening for several times before the mutual fund industry or your collective investment initiatives like SIPs and all, and the domestic institutional investors really came in a big way to intervene in the market, to support the market and support taking financial literacy and financial products